And welcome back. We're up against the DF stringer for round two. Round two. Well, let's see what happens in the fight back of the century. Old Indian defense, Ukrainian variation. A lot of people stand with Ukraine, and that's very, very, very important for people to say these days. So let's support that. So we have a decent setup here. Clumsy knight, but it could end up with an isolated queen spawn. What's the idea with a move like h6? I don't fully get it. Is he that afraid of me putting pressure on these pieces? Doesn't make sense. B6 is the obvious idea, so we're gonna support it with a3 and b4. Now b6 is slightly harder for him to play. But b4 is also hard for us to play. Bishop here is going to be a great diagonal for him. It just feels like we have a pretty decent pawn setup here. So I'm going to reinforce the pin, but make sure I have control over the diagonal. And now enact this strategy, because the pawn structure is really my main competitive edge in this position. And that's what I want to focus my resources on. Chess strategy and business strategy often go hand in hand. Similar concepts of competitive edge and things like that. So we have ourselves a pretty good setup here. We want to be careful to take back with the knight, because otherwise he could take with the bishop here, and if you take back, the knight would have been lost. So a few little tactics to just be wary of. But now, with a move like this, we could end up with the trifecta. The trifecta? No, we don't get the trifecta. Okay. Trifecta meaning if we had taken this and then knight would come in, we would have 3 pawns. We still do have 3 pawns, but it's just slightly different. All right. Want to be a little bit careful with the knight. Don't want to end up losing it for no reason. How about the queen? His knight is so stunted. That's a good sign for us. I guess this move has to be played just to put some pressure. He's defending it with a queen, not with a pawn. That's interesting. And I think we challenge the open file and try to get our own rook to the open file and maybe exert some pressure. Okay, it's executing that cheap shot tactic, which I spotted earlier, but then missed the second time. But anyway, I swindled my way, swindled it out of it. So it's all good, kind of. All good, kind of. But yeah, here we are. It's a fairly even position. I think black has a fairly good knight here, actually. And my bishop is not as good. So not the most perfect position. Let's just make an escape square for the king. It's going to be important in this game. How do we handle this knight, this bishop, this whole situation, this economy? I think we will permit the isolation of a pawn if he really wants to go that route, which he won't, because he's a decent player, obviously. And we will try to keep our queen active. We can even now threaten to dive in from here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to maximize the power and the pressure of this deep pawn. That's my strategy. Otherwise, I have no way to really make progress in the game, so I think this is the best way. And it's putting a decent amount of pressure on him, I think. So otherwise, he has pieces which look very pleasant. Okay, let's block it off. We have to be a bit careful here because he'll have some back rank ideas which could come in pretty nasty. And if not careful, could end up missing the plot here altogether. So he has a +3 position currently, but we have a deep advanced pawn. So that's where it stands at currently, objectively speaking. And we take that off, and now it's totally even position. And we're just gonna make sure we don't get mated, right? Make sure we don't get mated. That's the only thing we gotta watch out for. Should be pretty easy to do. Whatever. Uh, he got messed up. Let's try to finish him off. Yeah, I mean, what can you do really? No, I won't give another rematch. I'm sorry, but thank you for the game. See you.